How's it going, everyone? This is Kevin. Today I want to bring along with me to talk about why I think Twitter is a great tool for photographers. So let's jump right into it. There's plenty of social medias out there, and they can be phenomenal to be able to become viral and whatnot and grow your socials, to be able to get more fan base and get your work seen more. Recently, I've been using Twitter a lot more than most of my other social medias besides YouTube, because I've noticed that I can get a lot better support and a better community overall when it comes down to Twitter. When it comes down to Instagram, TikTok, and all those kind of social medias, they're not bad still, but I've noticed that I get more of a reward from other people in the community that want to interact and be genuine on Twitter versus TikTok or Instagram itself. I noticed myself that most people on Instagram just really want to do the follow to unfollow kind of scenario, and to me that's not something I'm really interested in, because I could care less to really just follow you, but I really do enjoy people being genuine and wanting to follow each other, to support one another because you like their work, and that's something that I've noticed more on Twitter. Recently, ever since I started being on Twitter, I noticed that more people have been just more about hyping it up and just really giving you good constructive criticism and helping you grow the community itself. I'm not saying that Instagram isn't like that fully, but I do notice that I get more reach and better results with people overall on Twitter versus Instagram itself. TikTok is on its league of its own, because at the end of the day, TikTok, even though you can grow quite a bit quite fast, it is also very different from the type of content that you post on Twitter or Instagram. Twitter and Instagram, you get to do a lot of more photography, kind of like photo sets that you can post, versus a lot of video content like TikTok does. I know Instagram's trying to do all that stuff with good old reels and everything like that, which is fine with me because I still post them just like how I would with TikTok, but I'm not really concerned into just putting all my time and energy into that aspect for Instagram, because it just doesn't make sense to me why they're trying to shift that way. I know why they're trying to do it, because they're trying to keep up with TikTok, but to me it just doesn't make sense. Now, one of the biggest things that I've noticed for creatives to be on Twitter, and why I think people that do photography and even videography should be on Twitter, is just because of the genuine connection that you can make with people when it comes down to sharing your content and how they can share it for you as well. Twitter does a great thing where you can just like and retweet people's work, and it'll come out to your profile, and people that follow you will see it. And the good thing about that is the people that do that for you as well will make sure to get their followers to see your work a lot easier. On Instagram, you can't really do that so easily unless you put it on the stories, and honestly, just like me, let me know if you can relate to this, but kind of just go really fast through stories, and I don't really check them out that often. Rarely do I really pay attention to a story, because most of the time it's just clutter after clutter that I don't really care to be watching, and I just kind of want to keep going. And with Twitter, I notice that it captures my attention more when people retweet it, because I see the work and then I go ahead and give it a like, and if I like it enough, I'll retweet it as well and follow that person. I've noticed that people do that for me just the same way that I do for them, which is kind of cool in my opinion. And now with TikTok, I know people can, duet your video, which is great, but at the same time it has to be something worth sharing, which for the most part, the things on TikTok that I see, it's either a challenge that people will try to do and give you maybe credit for, or if it's something funny, they'll duet it and do their own version of it, and that's fine. So there's nothing wrong if you're on TikTok and Instagram. It's good to kind of, not put your eggs all in one basket, but at the same time you want to make sure that you're banking more on the social media that will help you out to grow the most. He's over there. Come on. Let's go find your guy. He's over here. Come on. Dog. Not ours, but he's over there. Come on, let's go over here. He's over there. Let's go. Come on. Got sidetracked by a nice little dog, but another thing that I wanted to kind of touch base about good old Twitter itself is people really want to follow you back because they genuinely like your stuff, and they tend to engage with your stuff a lot more than I've noticed, at least on Instagram. I notice more people kind of focus on following you, and if you don't even follow them back, they start following you unless you're like somewhat of a bigger account, which is not horrible, I guess, because you kind of want the people that are genuinely wanting to deal with your stuff to really pay attention to it. But if they're not really going to be engaging with your stuff, I don't really want them to follow my stuff. I don't really care about the numbers. I care about the quality of the people that follows me. And with Twitter itself, most people tend to follow because they like your stuff. Some people might have the intentions to follow because they want you to follow them back, and that is normal with most social medias. Obviously, you want to have, I guess, the same outcome whenever you go out to support somebody. But for me, the ideology when it comes down to social media is I'm not expecting somebody to follow me because they just want to follow back. If they're following me, it's because they like my stuff. And if they don't like it and they're following me, I'm not really understanding why you're doing it, but that's just me personally. So if I follow somebody, it's because I like their stuff. I genuinely do. I don't really just want to follow somebody because it's just a number. So I hope that people will do that the same thing with me. So if you like my stuff, obviously, yeah, follow me, like, subscribing to the channel or my social medias and stuff like that. But in Twitter, I've noticed that people really want to engage with you and give you constructive criticism compared to what Instagram is with the sick tones or fire emoji or whatever kind of BS thing. Like, I had people that would only comment on my stuff because I would comment on theirs, and then once I stopped kind of doing that, they stopped even engaging with my stuff. So it just let me know that they just wanted to engage with my stuff because I engaged with theirs, which I didn't really care to keep up if I didn't like their stuff. And it's a no offense kind of thing to me. And now another reason why I think if you're a creative and just basically want to grow yourself actually with genuine people, Twitter tends to do this cool little thing where a lot of people tend to do like photo threads where you can share your work and think that has something to do with a theme of the day or anything like that, and everybody underneath it can see it because it is a thread, kind of like a mini blog, which I don't know if you ever did Tumblr or anything like that. You were able to kind of reshare it and you would see everybody who reshared it and see their profiles and stuff like that. So that's something that I think that Instagram is missing because most people can't reply with a photo. I know you can on Facebook, but who uses Facebook nowadays? In all honesty, I only have it because it's tied to my business accounts, and that's the only reason I have Facebook, and maybe to see my old family, which whoop-de-doo, I guess. But that's the cool thing about Twitter is they have those threads that you can just basically, they'll say hey, you know what, photo of the day, or you know what, share your architecture, photography, anything like that. And it's really cool in my opinion because it helps people find your work a lot easier than Instagram or even TikTok or even YouTube itself. I love YouTube, and I know they have the recommendation stuff, but unless you're doing sometimes some of the stuff that people will find, it's hard to grow unless people are sharing your work, and it's hard for them to just share it for them to subscribe. So it's like a little never-ending kind of thing, I guess. But that's one of the things that I think Twitter is very good at, because those threads have helped me grow my account from 0 subscribers or followers to about 300 and some while doing this video. So that's pretty cool in my opinion, that you can grow yourself that much without really having to overstress. I've been stuck on Instagram followers with 600, and so since I've opened my account for the last couple of years, and Twitter is going to be going a lot faster in my opinion, which is kind of nuts because it's just how well it's helped me grow and many other people as well. But I just got kind of sidetracked. I just ran into some people that were taking some photos out here in their car that technically I'm not supposed to, but it just looked pretty sick, and I was going to film it, but we just got sidetracked. But just look at this view right now. It just looks too good. Oh, that looks so nice. So I'm just gonna kind of come over here to finish and tell you the final kind of reasons why you should really go for Twitter as a creator. I honestly just think that it's the best tool to grow organically without having to invest so much money and also basically your time, I guess. And besides the point of that, I mean, just the people seem more genuine to me. And so for right now, I think it's been one of the better, I guess, motivations for me to keep creating when it comes down to my photography and videography, because Twitter itself has shown more, I guess, love, if you will, and just it makes me more motivated and puts me in a better mental health than Instagram does, or even TikTok and sometimes YouTube itself, because the numbers don't matter as much as in a sense, but they do matter in a sense because I want to see myself grow, because I want obviously to just become more of a full-time job in a sense, because I enjoy it so much. But I can't stress myself over it either, because I don't want to do this for the wrong reasons, if that makes sense. So just enjoy yourself when it comes down to these social medias, but I think if you want to have better results, Twitter is the best way to go. Especially the main top 3 things is just the organic reach is just phenomenal when it comes down to Twitter, and then the retweet action just helps you grow because of that, and you get to meet more people, and the threads themselves just help you find more accounts that are like-minded like you, and they'll find you as well if you interact with the right people, and it'll help you grow overall. So if you do that, I think that'll be the best thing to do for yourself when it comes down to social media itself, so that you can just enjoy yourself with social media, make new friends, and stay creative when it comes down to it. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, share this video with a friend, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.